Hey, Brad, you put Luke Kornet in the game. I assume to maybe just get a look at him, maybe try to change the energy. But what did you see out of him out there tonight?
Okay, try again, Coach.
Okay, thanks.
There we go, sir.
Be just fine with me if you muted me the rest of the season, Jeff. That's all good. Keith, the biggest thing with Luke, obviously Luke's a guy that can shoot the ball. We've also been really intrigued with Luke for a long time because of his pick and roll defense. His ability, he's always in good position. He's long. He affects shots at the rim. He's a guy we've always had an interest in because of those two things. Brown was dominating us in the first half, obviously. And then even at the start of the second, had some plays. And we felt like we needed to spread him out a little bit with shooting. And so that's why we went with Luke. And I thought he was really good on both ends. And, several guys stepped up and did a lot of good things. The Carson three at the end of the third was a big three to cut it to 4. And then that group at the start of the fourth was terrific.
Mark D'Amico.
Hey, Coach. I know, every game is different and it's on to the next one now, but what can you guys take out of these two games and carry forward into this long homestand that you're about to start out?
Well, I mean, the most important thing, Mark, is 2 wins. Obviously, there's some lineups that you won't see a lot of when we're full, but that's what, we need everybody. And I thought, again, we had some good play from our bench. I did not think our starters started the game well, obviously. But then, our bench brought good energy and kind of got us back in it. And, this was going to be a really hard game no matter what, just simply because of how it fell in the schedule and how, the last couple days have been. We need to do our best to get iced down, rested up, and get ready to play. We're going home for the first time in a while, or at least a stretch, but we play every other night at least. So it's not like you can take your foot off the gas.
Washburn.
Hey, Brad, what prompted you to kind of dig deep into the bench? I mean, you went with Carson early. Did you sense like a lack of energy to start the game? And how tough of it was to prepare for a team? I mean, they got just a bunch of young, hungry kids out there. Moses.
We were ready.
Yeah.
We talked about it all. We talked about it in great detail. Brandon Bailey did a great job with the scout. And then it's a bigger onus on everyone to get prepared when they're playing guys that they haven't played as much before. But, they had played games with Al 2 of their last 3 games. So we had seen those. And, we were ready. I just thought the energy was low. And it's not a shock, right? I don't mean to make excuses. But this is quite a stretch. And so this is a good example of you need a pick-me-up from your bench. You need a pick-me-up from people that haven't played as much. And they have guys that have played well against us before. And obviously, like I said about Svi before the game, like when he got traded to Oklahoma City, he was just looking to see when he played the Celtics again because he kills us every time. And, other guys stepped up and played great. And Moses was great. But our bench gave us a chance, and then everybody else followed suit after that.
John Corrales.
Brad, you had a big reaction, we'll call it, to losing that challenge. Can you just explain your frustration in the moment, and what did they tell you? Why was that a foul?
I haven't seen the replay. I just thought it was vertical in person. They told me that he came down across the arm, so I would have to trust that they saw that in a replay.
And Bob Schron.
Thanks, Jeff. Coach, following up a little bit on what Gary asked you, as the game progressed into the third quarter, late third quarter, did you get a sense that this was a game that you really needed to close? And is it an indication that, you know, your team's getting their identity and seeing themselves as a player down the road?
Well, we needed a gut check win. You know, I think we've had a few, specifically, you know, we were great second night of back-to-backs early on in the year, and we've been very poor in the last few. And so we needed to play better. That's why the start was disappointing. But, you know, again, I thought the bench gave us some life, and then, you know, kind of kept it close in the first quarter and never got too far out of hand. But this was one you had to find a way, because you can't keep going back and forth. Got to establish some momentum here.
Final question from Gary Washburn again.
Hey, Brad, we never asked you about Shimmy. And then also, do you expect anyone else, Romeo, Tristan, anybody Monday, or what's the status?
Uncertain on at least one of our health and safety protocol people. But no Shemmy. He'll be out for 10 days plus. He's got a small, you know, I don't know if it was a contusion or a small tear in that oblique. It's not as bad as Smart's was a few years ago when he had it in the playoffs, but still nonetheless going to have him out for a couple of weeks. And then I don't even know who else. Feels like we had a lot of people out. Kimball will be back, so I guess that's different than tonight.
Thanks, Coach. We'll wrap it up right there. Thank you.
Thank you.